Hey guys, Sean Lentz here from Appalachian DIY, and today what we're going to be doing is getting this pad prepped. We're going to be tamping the dirt down. We did our septic system over here, so that's still a little loose, and we're going to just go over everything once. I like to knit the dirt in before we put the stone in, just to get everything tightened up a little bit. So we're going to go and do that with our jumping jack tamper. Just run over the dirt, and then we're going to start adding our stone in a 4-inch lift. What we're doing here is taking our jumping jack tamper and just doing laps around this. The reason we do this is because when you excavate, it's not 100% untouched virgin soil. Your teeth do get into that little bit of a top layer, so I like just to knit that back down in. It's an extra step, but it takes you literally 15 minutes, and then you are 100% sure you have a really packed surface that you can add stone to. So this is an extra step that some people don't do, but I would recommend it. It's just the confidence that it's completely packed down. So over here we are super soft. This is where we filled in dirt for our plumbing, our septic. So that's why I like using the jumping jack tamper. A plate compactor would compact this somewhat, but it would most likely just glide over this. With that foot tamper, it's just going to rip this stuff up if it's not cohesive enough and be able to knit. So it just literally, we sunk it right here, we sunk it here again. It's just too soft. So we're going to have to come in here, add more dirt. We're going to run over it with the tractor a little bit to try and get this stuff compressed down in. We did have a rain, and this stuff really soaked up the water. So we're going to have to get this compressed a lot better. If need be, we're going to just mix some stone in with this. It's not mud yet, it's getting close. So we might just sprinkle some rock in here just to kind of help knit this stuff together, because we need this compacted for our slab. So we'll get some dirt in here and get this thing taken care of. So what we did is we ran over it with the tractor. You can see how soft it is by the tires sinking in here. It left a windrow back towards there, that way you can see me raking all that back in. And then we just drizzled stone over it and then ran over it again, packing that stone into the really soft dirt. That really stiffened it up. And then once we got done with it, we raked all of it smooth again, and we ran over it with the jumping jack tamper. That seemed to really knit everything up and make a nice solid area where it was soft. We got our stone hauled in on a triaxle. I believe it was 24 tons on this load that we had. And for stoning the pad, I believe we used almost all of the pile. I would say we had just a little bit left over, maybe a ton or two. So here you can see we are just dumping stone in with the tractor. We left the front of the form off just to be able to get in here for this. It was so much better than just wheelbarrowing all this stuff in. It saved us a ton of time. And what we did is as we were going with the stone and dumping it, we were just floating the bucket and just back dragging it. That got us a rough level. It saved us a lot of time and hand raking. And you can see here that we have the rotary laser at the bottom of the screen. We did check as we were floating with the tractor to kind of make sure we weren't getting anything crazy deep or high, and then just leveling out with the float. And it just worked out really well that way. Okay guys, so we got all of our stone up here. We leveled everything off. We used our rotary laser to do that, to get everything nice and level. We also used a landscape rake. It's about a 3-foot rake, and it makes it a lot easier to get it really smooth because it's so wide. Your other rakes, you're going to tend to get dips and stuff in them. The only thing is with the landscape rake, if you're raking 2Bs like we got, it's kind of tough. Sometimes you can put down your 2Bs and then come back with 1Bs, and it rakes really smooth, gives you a really nice finish on top. However, we didn't have that ordered, so we just dealt with our 2B stone. So besides a nice pad for your concrete to sit on, what else does our 2B stone do? That is, it acts as a capillary brake. So if we would just have dirt down here and we got water and stuff under our pad, it would just act like a sponge and just fill up with water. Then that water would get in contact with our concrete, and that's what we don't want. It'll get up there and eat away at our concrete. So if water does get under this pad, it doesn't climb up the stone like it would dirt. If it does get condensation on there, we're going to put down a vapor barrier, so it would just come up to the vapor barrier, condensate on that, and then just fall right back down into the ground. So our stone is acting as our capillary brake to not allow water to come up. So that's what we're going to do next. We have everything leveled off. We just had some trim work to do here on the sides, getting our edges for a monolithic slab nice and neat. So what we're going to do now is we have some 6 mil poly that we're going to put down, and that is going to be our vapor barrier. We're going to do about a 1 to 2 foot overlap right here in the middle. We're not going to tape it, we're just going to let it go like that, and that should be good enough.